Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. For those of you who are new, thank you for clicking on this video. However, the algorithm and the mysterious world of YouTube searches work. However, whatever brought you here, thank you for being here. And for my continued viewers, thank you for your support. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for turning on your notifications. My sister was like, do you tell people to turn on your notifications? I was like, and honestly, because I just feel like everyone should kind of know the YouTube way. Like, you click like or subscribe and you turn on the notification bell so that you can know when we post. I'm not gonna lie to y'all and tell you I'm gonna be posting every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday because I post when I want, how I want, and whenever I honestly have the time to sit and record like I want. My kids interrupting, it really isn't even the issue. It's just the time where I can just do this. Sometimes I multitask, and a lot of times I drive and talk to you guys. So today's video is going to be very, 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 very complex. So, and I mean complex as I just kind of explain my talking points and how I arrived to this video inspiration. I made a video a while ago that I did not post about the self-preservation as it pertains to social media and influence and things that should maybe have been meant to inspire, but yet they may cause further confusion or pressure to live a life or attain a life that isn't necessarily all it's cracked up to be. And that could be true for me. You could watch me and not maybe understand my talking points or believe me to be who I say I am, to believe my story, believe my journey, and that's all well and good. Everyone has a right to decide who they who they connect with and who they, get a vibe for. Okay, that's inspiring. Or again, it's just like, something's not right there. I will post that video next. But I wanted to make this video because I'm still seeing a lot of talking points referring to the harm of people getting on certain platforms, talking about Black love, talking about dating, talking about being Black in America, talking about parenting, talking about all these things that are part of my experience that I'm like, first of all, I haven't heard this noise. I don't know where. I guess if you like those type of podcasts, if you like those type of if you like that type of content, like with VH1, BET, or even like Instagram, like there are these group conversations where they debate a lot of hot topics or things, and even mixing entertainment as fact. And I think that's I learned early on, when I was 19, 20, 21, 20, 22, right at the end of 22, I knew that hot girl summer life was not reality. So I didn't go out here and move like that, date like that, think like that through the lens of, entertainment. If you are doing that, you are going to be very misguided and disappointed in the realities of how they do things, show you things, do business, date, it doesn't work like that in the real world. A lot of it's fake. Let me use an example. So our beloved, very woman empowerment, being in touch with your sexuality, let a man know you don't take no mess, definitely no broke boy energy, spoil me, treat me, show me the world, and, you can get some of this, what. So it's in the delivery. It's the, I told him to, F that, this, that, and the other, because you ain't going to disrespect me. I'm not going to, sit on your face if you don't do what I say, da, 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 da. You're going to give me this bag, you're going to give me this baby, and you're going to set me up. Or you can just next? Or look, where's your daddy kind of energy. We've heard it all in the lyrics. Now, am I saying I've never listened to these things and I've never, gotten down and like, okay, love the beat, like, yes, she's a boss. But in any real relationship, you talk to a man like that, black, white, yellow, if y'all not role playing, that don't fly. Not that he's not wired to take care of you and wants to spoil you and give you the world. Not that he don't know that women like, gifts. Not that he doesn't know all these things. And not that he doesn't know you have high standards and have high self-esteem, and that if he messed up, yes, you can easily replace him if that's what you believe about yourself. But it's the delivery. So using that as an example and moving forward in your journey of creating your own life, you can't do the same things. And so we see these people out here telling very naive and gullible people that it's a certain way and it's not. Or maybe they are subscribing to a doctrine or a script that is not cookie cutter. I have mentioned on this channel that there are laws that I found in my life that I swore by that changed my life. Now, what I did, I'm talking about if you do, what I did was created my world and dreamed bigger and started living within all of my desires through the lens and the infinite possibilities of these laws. Let me give you an example of these laws. Even the Bible says, Proverbs 23:7, as a man thinks, so he is. Think and Grow Rich. That's the book title. That says it all right there. Where's that? What's that little slogan? Dress for success. If you look like it, if you look good, you feel good. And the last one, fake it till you make it. Now, there's so many different creative ways to say all the same thing. But I feel like, to me, these were some of the laws, the rules that I had to learn that changed my reality. Let's touch on Think and Grow Rich. No, you don't see the money in your account, but you have two options. Either you talk down about it and you stay stuck and you talk about everything that's wrong with your bank account and your income level, or you come from a place of abundance. You come from a place of thankfulness. You come from a place of, I'm here and I'm all ever moving up. And some way, somehow, this is not going to be my forever. And you can also, and the thankfulness comes from, there was a time I wasn't making this. Come on now. Your first job, you weren't making anywhere close to it. But as the world has changed, you always need more. So, your journey, your self-care and your self-love journey is going to change everything about your life in every aspect of the way. So when you hear a radio conversation, a strawberry letter, when you hear a podcast, when you hear some couples talking about this and when you hear anyone talking about anything that pertains to you in any scope, it could be parenting, it could be single motherhood, it could be all the, beauty standards, wigs or no wigs, natural hair versus, it could be anything. I'm keeping this very general. You will be able to build this confidence in knowing that whether anybody ever touches on a talking point or a topic that relates to you, you're unbothered. You're not going to lose your shit and be like, oh my God, so you mean to tell me that the way I'm doing it, I won't find the success, I won't find the abundance, I won't find no man is going to appreciate my this, that, and the other, or no job is going to give me the work-life balance. No, this, because everyone else is saying it is what it is and this is their reality. You will be able to tune out all that noise. So when I see reaction videos, when I see debates, when I see these young guys, coming from a place of authority, it's a group of them. They get in these groups, they all get the headphones and the microphones and like, yeah, man, tell me about this, da, 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 da. And they're like, one thing I learned is, what I mean? They're very like, their presentation is very strong and convincing. They got the look. Gorgeous men. All within a certain, age group. and they talk about their dating experience. They talk about, being a parent and fathering and co-parenting and all these different things. And it could, I'm using this as an example, it could make you think that, oh my God, this is a lot. This is a lot. Hold on. This is a lot. But I'm not going to take that and run with it and think that every black man thinks like this, moves like this, or is going to come into my life and change what I'm doing. My self-care and my self-love has established me, and my journey is very intimate, personal, and unique, and it's never been told before. With every decision that you make in your life, you are a page turn away from a new unfolding. You know how it is when you read a book. You never know what's on the next page. You're anticipating the reaction, the conversation continuing, or a cliffhanger or whatever, or chapter 3. Oh my God, another chapter. I should probably go to bed. You're on the edge of your seat. It's exciting. It's exhilarating. Sometimes it's emotionally like, this book's got me. But that's how your life can be. But only if you decide that you're going to block out all of the distractions and all of the other things that are going to make it seem like what you want is crazy, too big, too much, too everything, because of the dating climate, because of, the economic rise or fall, because of what President Biden said, because of the current state of the world, because of the job market, because of student debt, because you're a single mother, because you're black, because you have locks, or because you cut your hair off, or because you have tattoos, or because on and on and on and on. You may not see your life ever expressed as far as like, I did it, you can do it too. You may not ever hear a man say, wow, I fell in love with a woman who was doing her own thing. She's passionate. She's beautiful. She's a great mother. And I just said, wow, I just want to step into her life and, enhance, provide, and protect, and da-da-da-da-da. And, so yeah, that's what I decided to do. You may never see that interview. You may never get that, or you may never see a job that publicly proclaims that, you come on this job passionate, and you know your worth, we will negotiate with you. We will give you the benefits the benefit package you desire. We will give you the work-life balance. We will support you, with your continued education, with your time off. We're very respectful. The revolution may not be televised in the right way, specifically geared and packaged and tailored to you. But you don't have to lose sleep over that. And it doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Let me tell you another thing that seems to be lost in the sauce. Oh, men have these, expectations of women, doing certain roles and responsibilities. And, they just can kick their feet up and do nothing because he's the man. He doesn't have to be the whole breadwinner, but he's the man. Women are supposed to cook, clean, and submit and, take care of the children. Oh, and take care of my needs. That would be the noise out there of what they're saying. And then women buying into that. Like, oh, yes. That's definitely how that's definitely how it's supposed to be. And, that's your job. And somewhere off and nowhere's land of America, quiet and just not making any waves, not trying to be a trailblazer, not trying to be an influencer, not trying to be a YouTube and say, this is my life. Over here, my husband cooks and cleans. Over here, my husband takes care of his children. Over here, my husband, supports me. I too have a degree that I can choose to use or not use. Do we have to debate career versus homemaker and who's better and who's wrong? It creates so much confusion. It creates so much division when the main point should be, is everyone living the life that they want, or do they feel like life is happening at them? Is everyone with the partner that they chose because they want to be there, or because they had to be there and because they are trying to fit into this false societal mold of Black love, or what millennial marriages look like, or whatever, or trying to do what their parents didn't do, which can, what is that? What is that, and why? And I feel like I'm like so out the loop because I get on here and I love to make my YouTube videos, and then I go and I'll hear a talking point and I'm like, oh, I feel insensitive in some way. I feel like maybe I'm not up to the current times, because apparently on TikTok and on Instagram Reels and, and these debate podcasts, and remember Clubhouse? That was another big platform where all this other stuff is being said. And Black women, Black single mothers, Black women in their 30s, Black women who've experienced certain things, Black women who have, tried to navigate all these different aspects of life, are feeling all these different things about all these different topics because everyone's talking about everything. And they're vastly different talking points, and they're vastly different beliefs. And then don't get analytical. Don't get political. Don't pull out the statistics. Don't even go down a road where it's like, oh, but get your receipts, honey. Let's go back in history. And it's like, ooh, who's got time? When you're a mom and it's homework time, that's all I'm reading. That's all I'm learning. That's all I'm... 5th grade math, the algorithms and area models. What the hell is that? And I've done college level math. And so it's like, wow. I really hope, my hope for my viewers, my hope for mothers out there, my hope for the future, my hope for my daughters is that you can forever find your anchor. You can forever find your lighthouse, your beacon, your compass of how you feel, believe, and think about yourself and what you are ever creating in your life. Because no matter what, within the laws of the universe, within the laws of nature, within the laws of love, within the laws of life, there are the infinite possibilities for you to have all the desires of your heart and all of the support that you need from your creator, whatever you subscribe and believe in. This is not a channel about Muslim, Christianity, or just spirituality, or Ifa, or voodoo, voodoo, whatever, or Hebrew this, or a Kemetic system. It's not about any of that. All those things lead back to one premise, which is honoring a divine creator, being the best human being, not doing bad things, being self-governed, and living your life out on this earth. And then hopefully going back to your original source, or rest, or peace, or treasures, treasures untold, your reward. I told you this is going to be complex. And I had my notes here because it's like, you decide where you're going to pick a struggle. Because I had to decide, I'm not going to start this life, continue this life that I'm choosing for me, convincing anyone, scouring the ends of the earth for anyone to co-sign, validate, is this right? Is this right? Come along with me, or even help me if they didn't want to help me. I chose to struggle through my own. I am enough to debate my old thoughts, my old ways, my old, fears and, traumas and all those things. It's enough to debate my 5-year-old about eating her vegetables at night. I don't have time. I'm protecting myself from popular clickbait topics that can suck me in, rope me in, and make me second guess what it is that I've been doing and what it is that I have accomplished. Because if you listen to the noise, it all seems so dismal and bleak or overwhelming. You listen to a couple talk about their relationship and you're like, that sounds miserable. You listen to the current climate of jobs and healthcare, you're like, oh my God, I don't want to be a nurse to get beat up by patients and abused by my organization and forced to work in unsafe environments for little to no money. I don't want to have children in these current times when the school system is amok and it's dangerous to have gender roles because, heaven forbid, my little girl says, I want to play with a truck. And I say, well, give the truck to your nephew, to my nephew, to your cousin. You play with the Barbie. If you had to choose between two toys, don't give him the Barbie. You play with the Barbie. Oh my God, I'm the worst mom ever. Heaven forbid I look at the gas prices, look at the grocery prices, look at the housing prices and think, well, let me just pack my shit up and go get under this bridge with my son because there is no hope. If you internalize and listen to all of the distractions. I don't want to say I'm self-made, but I'm pretty damn close. I don't want to brag on myself and say that, I'm that bitch because, I went from this to this, but I low-key feel like I made a choice to believe I was that one. No, we're not an island in the sense of, I've had people help me out of the kindness of their hearts. People take a chance on me. People invest in me. People like me. People bet on me. But I had to show up as my confident self first. I had to show them by how I dressed, how I spoke, how I thought, how I moved, my energy alone, that I was someone that was about something, not whole drum, I can't do this. I don't have a working hard bone in my body. I don't have any grit. I don't have any tenacity. I don't have any problem solving skills. If it's too hard and it's too much, I just, it's not for me. Or, whatever. It's two extremes. It's two extremes. So you have to decide that you're making a choice on how you want to flow through this thing, what you want to experience and how it's going to be. And I feel sorry for the people who get on these platforms and A, that's the reality, and B, start confusing the hell out of the people that don't even know where to start. So I can't be a dating. I've said this before. This is not a dating channel. I've touched on my past relationships and I've touched lightly on my current relationship, but I can't be on here and be the authority and be like 10 steps on how to, this, that, and the other, because I did it a totally different way. If you ask the normal, typical dating coach out there, it'd be like, well, you didn't get on a dating app. You didn't, split the date. You didn't insert yourself and tell him that, you were very goal-oriented, career-minded, and you had 2 kids right out the gate. You didn't, what's some of the cliche, I don't know. I don't even know, the self-care and the self-love will have you out here like in your own world in a good way. The self-care and the self-love will have you on your raft, your survival raft, with your oxygen mask on, with your snacks, with your backup plan, with your flare going and everything else. And it's sad to say some people will never save themselves. Some people will always subscribe to the submission and the noise of what someone is telling them that they have to experience. what someone is telling them. You have to believe in this with us, because it is what it is, and the majority of us are going through this. So yeah, you know.